today we're going to do a short practice to bring awareness to the hips and also sensing the spine. And if you have, you can have like either a bolster or a stack of books or some blankets or like a couch cushion. You might need that in one of the poses. So let's get started on our backs. Just completely let yourself go completely flat. And just be here and just start by noticing your breath. Just feeling the back of your hands on the floor. Notice whatever part of your body is touching the floor. Check in with your breath, and just like a snow globe, when you shake it and then it starts to settle, just see if you can sense and feel that sense of settling in your body. Notice if you're holding any tension in the belly or the shoulders. You can just soften the shoulders, lengthen the back of your neck a little bit. How about opening the jaw nice and wide? And then on an exhale, just moving the mandible at the lower jaw, left and right, to slowly close, just loosening up the shoulders and the throat. So often, our shoulders try to compensate and help when we're feeling it in our hips. So just notice that sense of settling and gathering. And then you can slowly just bend the right knee and bring the right foot to the floor. And on an inhale, drop the right knee over to the left, pressing into the inside of the foot. Inhale, make a slight arch in the lower back. Exhale and release. Just check in with your left leg. Make sure it's nice and long. You can press through the heel to keep that left leg active. Bring your arms up a little bit more. You can just a couple of times just inhale, drop that knee over. You can lift the hip up off the floor, arch the lower back, and exhale to return. And on the third one, inhale, turn your nose to look over towards your right hand. Exhale, come back. So we're just on the right side right now. Inhale, reach, look toward the right as the knee goes to the left. Exhale back to center. Notice any holding that's happening. Your inhale breath can really fill the belly. Notice where you're holding in the hips. Exhale. Just exploring the sense of fluidity. Maybe the first few times you do it feels kind of angular, but then as you draw the breath in the hips on the inhale and exhale and bring the knee back up toward the ceiling, that breath with the movement, you'll start to be more smooth and rounded in your movements. And just explore here. You want to check back in with the shoulders. The shoulders might be tight and trying to hold on here. And then after a few times, you just slide the right heel down, have the right leg nice and long, and then slide the left up so your left is pointing to the ceiling. Now inhale, fill the belly, arch the lower back, press into the inside arch of the left foot to drop that knee over. Exhale, come back. Inhale, press into the inside of the left foot. Arch the lower back. Exhale back to center. And then on the next one, as the knee goes to the right, you can just turn your nose, your head to the left. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, look over to the left. Notice any tension, holding in the hips, holding in the shoulders. Like when you drop the knee over, are your shoulders trying to help? Can you keep them soft and open? Good. Exhale back. Just sense what's going on deep in the pelvis, around the base of the spine. Notice where you're holding tension and just direct your breath there, knowing that where there's breath, there's blood. You're irrigating the tissues and the connective tissues around that area. Breath with awareness, it's one of the most powerful tools we have for healing. And when you're done with that one, you're going to slide the legs down and take a pause here. Just pause. Notice what you're feeling, what's tingling. How has your breath changed? Has your temperature of your body changed anywhere? You know, what's tingling and moving and sparkling and pulsating? Just feel these sensations. Savor them. Savor what's here. And on the next breath, bend your knees. And this is where you might need the, I'm going to use this prop here. I'm going to cross my right leg over my left leg. Arms are still out to the side. Inhale and drop the knees over toward the right. So right's on top, drop the knees toward the right. And if you feel any strain in your back when you do this, you can just add a cushion here and support yourself. You just notice where you need support. You know, we're not trying to overexert, or we're really not trying to get somewhere. We're just in a noticing posture. So exhale, come back. Just move with the breath. So inhale, dropping over to the right. Exhaling to come back. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. You know, as you draw the breath in, explore what's here, where you're noticing. You know, check in with your knees. Check in with the hips, the belly, the shoulders, the throat. The jaw could get really tight too. You know, we're so used to thinking, like the head, neck, shoulders, they want to help us with anything we're doing below the waist, any kind of movement. So inhaling, arching the lower back, you can look over to the left, getting a nice twist. Notice any holding, like when you inhale, are you feeling like a barrier in the side ribs? Anywhere in the back. And after a few times, you can just uncross the legs. Take a breath. Bring the bolster over, or your prop over to the other side. Now cross the left leg over the right. On the inhale, drop them to the left. And see how this side might feel a little bit different. So inhaling, arching the lower back. Like my shoulders don't try to help near as much when I'm dropping over to this side. It's just, it's easier on my thinking's actually softer, because my upper body is just allowing this movement to happen, it feels like. So just notice what you're sensing. Really pressing into the inside of that right foot to bring that leg over. You can turn your nose opposite your knees here, exhaling back up. So inhale and just look over to the right. Really breathing into the hips, expanding into the hips. You're just creating space in that area of the body. Irrigating the lower back, the fibers, the tissues, the fascia, where the memory is stored. So just breathe into those spaces, opening, clearing, creating space. And when you've finished on that side, just come back, move that bolster out of the way, let your legs go long and just linger here for a few breaths. Just really feeling that sense of aliveness in your body. Savoring what is here, and just welcoming that sense of feeling that's happening inside, that energy lift that you're getting by bringing awareness and breath into your body. So clasp your hands behind your head, bend your knees, and keeping the elbows on the floor, we're going to just slide the head and elbows, just that whole system over toward the right, like the right elbow's going toward the right hip. Then you're going to look toward the left, up toward the left. And inhale, exhale to come back. So we'll just alternate sides. So then inhale, go toward the left and look over the right, up toward the right elbow. Exhale back. We're just alternating. Soften the soles of the feet. Exhale back. Inhaling into the side ribs. You know, all the cartilage, the connective tissue wrapped around the ribs, the rib basket. We're just breathing into the space under the arms. You know, notice how your spine is moving left to right, opening the side ribs. You know, how it feels as you look up. Deep, full breaths. Just maybe one, maybe two more times on each side. Just be with what feels good to you. You know, we're not trying to get anywhere. And then just linger here, just keeping your hands clasped behind your head. You know, this is where the unwinding happens, you know, in this place of just this sparkling aliveness and stillness. It's when the body and the deep tissues and deep fibers can release. So we want to take that pause. We want to be in that lingering moment for at least a few breaths, 30 seconds or a minute, to really allow that release to happen. Like I just felt a little release in my hips, in my pelvic area. So on the next inhale, you want to arch the lower back, press into the elbows, and when you exhale, slowly roll up, squeeze the elbows together. I hope my mic doesn't get crackly. Inhale, come down, arch the lower back, just fill the lungs with air. Exhale, round and squeeze like you're squeezing out a sponge. And inhale, you're irrigating the organs, irrigating your lungs. And on the exhale, round just releasing anything stored in there, any tension that you're holding. This is a great way to release tension and tightness around the spine. Also, you're pumping cerebrospinal fluid when you arch the lower back, and then you're rounding as you exhale. Good. So on the next one, just bring your knee up, and as you curl the spine up, exhale and bring your elbows together on the outside of the knee. Inhale down and just alternate side to side. Lift the knee and bring the elbows up, curling the elbows toward the knee. Inhale, arch the lower back. Exhale, round the spine, come up. We'll just do this a couple of times on each side, just to help twist and wring out any of the side organs. Good. Come back, arching the lower back. Exhale, we'll come right up the middle. One more time and hold it at the top. So squeeze the elbows together. Squeeze and round, squeeze and round. Exhale. Inhale. And release the arms down to your side. And then we'll just roll over onto your stomach. Stack the hands one on top of the other and place your forehead on the back of your hands. Now walk your toes towards your knees, toward the knees. Press the heels back. You're going to lift the belly buttons like it's going toward the spine. So you're not dumping into the floor. You're just keeping your core, I want to say strong, but I don't want you to be clenching your butt muscles or your stomach either. So just like a lift in the belly, press the heels back, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Now lift the quads and take 3 full breaths here. Pressing the heels back, lifting the quads. Soften any of your gluteus muscles. 3 full breaths and release. Good. Now you can just completely relax. Just stay here in a supine Shavasana pose. The great pause here on your stomach. And we're so used to just being on our backs. So you can just finish here, a couple more breaths, and then you can roll over onto your side, come up, and just end with your legs crossed and sitting upright. So you can just check in one more time and just notice your breath and explore your breath in your body. Where can I soften, lengthen, open, widen? Now savor what's here. And wandering is accepting what is here. Just accept what is here. Be with what is here. Can you be with what is here in this moment? Thank you.